Okay, so it's been 2 years, so that means we've got some new irons from Titleist. We've got the new 716 AP1s here. Obviously, as part of the set, we've also got AP2s as well. First impressions about the new Titleist AP1s. I actually play the old Titleist AP1s. Instantly, I would say they've got a nicer look on the 716 version. The chrome finish is really appealing to the eye. It's got that nice shiny finish as opposed to the more brushed finish which we had on the 714 AP1s. Comparing the two as well, I'd say that the new model is slightly, not massively, but it's slightly thinner. The 714 definitely had a thicker top line. The new AP1s are more what I would call the all ability market. Okay, so a little bit about the technology going on here in the 716 AP1s. We've got a 360-degree undercut on these irons, which means that the face is unsupported. This is different to the 714 version. That 360 undercut with the cavity back, that basically means that unsupported face, it allows it to flex when the ball hits it for increased ball speeds, and instantly when you hit it, I've passed it to other people, and the first thing they've said is that they really feel like the ball, bouncing off the face. So you're definitely going to get a bit of extra ball speed out of that 360-degree undercut. They've put a lot of tungsten into these new irons, actually 50% more tungsten than in the 714 AP1s. Now, I asked Titleist what the theory is behind that, and tungsten is a very high density metal. It's very expensive, but it's high density, so they can use a little bit more of it. And by being able to do that, what they do is they drive the CG down using the tungsten, which will result in the ball launching a little bit higher. So by using tungsten, what that actually allowed Titleist to do with the 716 AP1s is actually make the lofts 1 degree stronger, because a lot of people say when irons go further, like, you're just making the loft stronger. And if you do that, the end result can be that the ball flight becomes a little bit flatter, therefore you're going to struggle to stop it on the green, you're going to be firing it over the green. But by creating the higher launch with the lower CG, they've actually been able to put the loft on this club at 32 degrees, which the old loft on the 714 AP1s was 31 degrees. So you can understand what they're trying to do there. I've actually added a lot of tungsten into the heel and toe area of the club, and what that does is it makes it more forgiving on off-centre hits, more ball speed if you strike it nearer to the toe, more ball speed if you strike it nearer to the heel. And I would say that's something I've noticed a great deal amount of when testing these irons out. Okay, in terms of shaft tech, in here I've got the True Temper XP90, which is a shaft you're probably not familiar with at all. This is actually exclusive to Titleist for the first 6 months of this club being released. So I got fitted into the XP90 S300, so it's a very light, stiff shaft. Comparing to the AP1s that I got fitted into 12 months ago, that was the Dynamic Gold R300, but it is actually a bit heavier. Obviously, regular flex have improved. You might not think it, but I have actually improved a little bit over the last year. And I think that is another contributory factor into why I was getting slightly better results on our ES14 launch monitor when testing these out. Okay, so I've been waffling on about the technology for far too long. Let's cut to the chase. How do the new AP1s perform? Hugely surprised at the improvement in performance, particularly when it comes to forgiveness, when you kind of hit it a little bit thin or hit it a little bit towards the heel area. In terms of average numbers, as you can see here with our launch monitor numbers from our ES14 data, I'm actually getting, up to kind of 10 yards more distance consistently with the new AP1s, and that is because when I hit one a little bit thin out of this, or hit it a little bit towards the heel or toe, I was suffering quite a loss in distance. So some were going down at like 135 on the bad shots, whereas with the new AP1s I was consistently up there 160, 163, 165, which they're the numbers that I'm kind of expecting for my 6-iron really. So performance-wise, I have to say I did put these straight in the bag after I hit them on the range when I got fitted into them at the launch. This was about a month ago. They've been in my bag ever since. I've been getting on really well with them. The new AP1s in terms of looks and performance are really going to kind of suit your mid-handicap golfer. I think they will even appeal to some of your lower in single figure handicappers, or if they don't go for the full set, they may be tempted to go for a combo set. Get your AP2s up until say 6 iron, maybe 5 iron, 4 iron, might go with the AP1s, just because you've got that little bit of added forgiveness. Remember that Zach Johnson actually put a AP1 4 iron into his bag at the Open, so even the best players in the world need a little bit of extra help, need a little bit of forgiveness. And because of the chrome finish as well, it's actually the same finish as the AP2, so when you've got them there in your bag, it just looks like a set. So they're ideal for a combo set for maybe your lower handicap golfers. Mid handicap golfers, go all the way. They're a really fantastically performing club, won't let you down, give them a try. Like a grey, almost like chromy, metallic, finish on these. The 915 hybrids were more